Hello friends. Welcome to our Wednesday night dip nail party. I am so excited to be here tonight. I always look forward to our Wednesday night hangouts. It's so much more fun doing my nails with friends, so very excited to be here. I'm also very excited to show you guys what I'm going to be doing tonight. So basically, I saw this inspo video from another awesome nail creator. She goes by Sip and Dip or Chelsea, and I had to try it. It was gorgeous. It was too beautiful for me to ignore. So we're going to be doing some rose quartz nails tonight. So this is what we've got coming up. I'm so excited to do this. The initial try on my non-dominant hand was fun. You can see it's not perfect. But you know what? I rolled with it. It was kind of a trust the process, Manny. We're going to do better on this hand. And also because I didn't do it perfectly on the other hand, I'm going to go over some things with you guys that I noticed that might make it easier for you guys if and when you want to go and recreate this look. So super duper excited to do these tonight. Hello, Debbie. Hello, Heather. Hello, Bonnie. It is so good to see everybody. Sorry guys, I'm going to try my best to stop my my nail cam from shaking, but I apologize. Hello Isabel, it's great to see you. KS, thank you so much for the likes. Hello Andrea. Anna is here and ready, amazing. It is so good to see you friends. Hello Brittany, hello Shannon. Hello friends. Awesome. So I am so excited to do these rose quartz nails. I was just saying, I got this inspiration from Chelsea. You guys probably know her as Sip and Dip. She's on TikTok, she's on YouTube. She's fantastic. So full credit for this inspo goes to her. When I post the actual video of this, I will definitely tag her. She's amazing. So yeah, it was definitely an experience doing these earlier. I'll recut the video for you guys. I'll have it up for you tomorrow. But yeah, this is the look that we're creating tonight. Now, the products that we're using to create this look, I'm going to be using my West Coast, we're starting strong, West Coast dip liquids. Now, I'm specifically using my West Coast dip liquids tonight because they're a little bit more slow drying. So just a tip with these, you're going to have an easier time if you use a little bit slow drying of a liquid, or otherwise you're going to have to work real fast. So I chose these on purpose because I think they're going to be a little bit easier for this look. So we're using our West Coast dip liquids, one of my favorites. And then to create the actual look itself, you can use any sheer pink dip powder, but I'm going to be using everybody's favorite, Erica by Rebel Nail. So if there's anybody hoping for a proposal or anything like that, apparently this color works wonders. So this is what we're going to be using for the sheer pink. Now, the white that I have is Porcelain by West Coast Dips, but again, you can use any white dip powder to create this look, and then we're going to encapsulate it with a clear powder. Again, any clear powder is going to work. So that's what we got going on tonight. Hello, Melvas. Yes, KS, that's awesome. Yeah, Anna, she did an amazing job. I don't think I did her fully justice. So a few things that I would like to note. This finger got a little bit rough. So I just don't love how aggressive that design is. And then I also kind of missed a spot here. So again, we're going to be fixing and doing a little bit better on the other hand, but Heather, yes, I am wearing tips because for those of you who were here last week, I was doing some bathroom renovations. I totally destroyed every friggin' nail on my hand. So we're rocking tips for the next few weeks until my natural nails grow back out. No shame in the tip game, you know? Also, for anyone wondering about the products we're using this look, if you go over to my TikTok profile, you can shop the look by clicking in there. It's all linked to what's available on Amazon. So, all right, friends, let's get into it. But before we do, remember, sharing is caring. So it helps me out a ton if you want to just hit that share button, share it with a friend who might be interested in learning how to do some dip nails, specifically some beautiful rose quartz nails tonight. And don't forget to, exercise your thumbs, double tap that screen every so often. The likes help a ton too. So thank you guys very much. Let's get into it. Oh, Heather, yeah, I mean, your nails are strong. I have full faith, but yeah, you definitely have to be careful not to over buff the nail too much. Hello, Haley, it's good to see you. All right, friends, so we're actually going to be doing this manicure different than how we normally do. So we're going to set aside our usual TikTok method, building the apex, all that. We're going rogue. on it this evening, okay? We are just going to follow Sip and Dip's instructions, which don't involve building apex or anything like that. If you really feel like you need an apex under your nails, you can always build it up with some clear powder first and then get into the design, but because of how many layers I did to do this, might be a little bulky. So, yeah, just a tip. Allie is here. Hello, Allie. Oh, Isabel, then you feel my pain. And I'm so glad you got that blue. That blue is gorgeous. All right, let's get into it. So here's a couple things we're gonna need. So like I said, we need that sheer pink dip powder. I think I moved my screen up by accident. So we need a sheer pink dip powder. We need a white dip powder. We're gonna encapsulate with some clear at the end. The other thing you're going to need is a swatch. Now, that screen is really, really bright. One second. Dylan? Hey! Trying to see if my husband can maybe fix the screen. It looks a little crazy white. I think he's ignoring me. Okay, when I get his attention, I will do my best. Okay, so we're getting the sheer pink dip powder. We do need a swatch because we're actually going to use this to get that little marble effect on the nail. And then we're going to get our white. Hello, Dana. It's good to see you. Kalisha, thank you so much for the rose. I appreciate it. Debbie, that is a very good point and a great argument for using full coverage tips. Kalisha, thank you for the panda. I appreciate it. Allie, thank you for the likes. So if you guys want to start the like game now, I don't know what we hit last week. I feel like it was like around the 30,000 mark, but I do know we topped out at 90,000 likes the week before. So if you guys start now, we might be able to beat that 90,000 likes by the end of this manicure. We'll see. Get your thumbs going, friends. Nettie, thank you so much for hitting that like button. I appreciate it. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start with our base coat. Now I'm gonna do my best to pay attention to the conversation tonight as much as I can, answer as many questions, but this look it's a timing issue. So if I miss a question, I apologize. I just really wanna make sure I don't mess this up. So there are some amazing friends in that comment section right now, though, who I know would be more than happy to jump in and answer questions whenever I'm not able to. So appreciate you guys in advance. All right, so we're starting off with our base coat, and we're going to apply the base coat to our entire... Guys, I just lost a tip. We're starting strong this evening, friends. I didn't even realize, and I just looked and I'm like, where the heck is the rest of my nail? Okay, well, let's back up this party a little bit. I guess we're adding a tip. One moment, friends. You know, it never fails. It never fails that something silly happens on these videos. So the good news for you guys is we're gonna put a tip on together. I don't know what happened. I must have just like banged it and it just came off because there's nothing over top of it. So maybe that's why you were asking if I was using tips. I'm like, yes, I'm using tips. Why are you asking? All right, guys, so just so you guys know, these are the tips that I'm using. These are shared on my Amazon storefront. I love these ones. They're half coverage, so if you're a full coverage girly, you might not love them as much as me, but I'm a half coverage girly, so I love these ones. So we're gonna use these. So let me grab my acetone. And we're just gonna dehydrate the nails here quick. Debbie. Well, we are what, all of 5 minutes into this live, and I think we know what replay we're going to see on my TikTok. The moment Kayla realized there was in fact no tip on her thumbnail. All right, so I just put a little acetone on just to clean the nail a little bit. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to size the tip. So the thing that I love about these tips is they're actually all numbered, so I know right away which number my sizing is. It does happen, Marissa. Now, for sizing a tip, just want to put it on there and just make sure that the edges touch side to side. Then we know that it's good to go. The next thing we're going to do is we're actually going to etch out the inside of this so that way it can adhere to the nail better. So I've just got my e-file here. And I still can't believe that happened. Ah, gosh. So we're just etching the tip out on the inside. Good grief. You didn't miss it, to Rebecca. And actually, we have a slow start because I got to re-add a tip because apparently I was missing one. All right, so now we're going to go in. So I'm using the Young Nails Brush On Glue. And I'm just going to generously apply that to the inside. And then we're gonna flip her over. And on a 45-degree angle, we're just gonna push it down and push it out. And we're just gonna hold there for a few seconds, let the glue dry. Ooh, Rebecca, let me know how much you like that after you get a chance to use it. There we go. All right, tip applied. The good news is applying tips is pretty quick and easy. So that's done. What did I need? Oh, I need my little nippers. So I just used my cuticle nippers here, and then I'm just going to clip that tag off. Bye, Brittany. I'm glad you were able to join. All right, and now we are going to shape this tip up. So guys, I like to do like an almond-ish shape. So to do it, I just take a little bit from each side at a time. That way you don't go a little too heavy on one side, get a slanted nail, you know? So we're just going to run it over on this side, and we're gonna go on this side. Are we uneven? We are uneven, okay. So we're gonna take a little more from this side. Hard to see around the camera to make sure we're putting her on straight, you know? Smudge, thank you for hitting that share button. I appreciate it. It is so good to see you tonight. If anybody else feels like sharing, you know, don't be afraid. Hit that share button. Why do I feel, 1 second, friends? There we go. All right, so we got it shaped. Now that we got it shaped, the next thing you want to do is blend the tip into the nail and then rough up the surface so that it can adhere to it. You can do this with a hand file, but to get this done faster, I'm going to use my e-file. So just using a sanding band. There we go. Ooh, we're going to crank that down a little bit so it doesn't go crazy. And then we're just going to run it along the edge there and blend it into the nail. Ma, I'm sure they're not that bad. We're all our own worst critics. Andrea, I'm using the Melody Scusi Scarlet e-file. I do have it shared on my Amazon storefront if you want to check it out. Keep that handy for later. Just gonna go in this corner here, make sure everything's blended perfectly how we want it. Perfect, okay. So clean these nails up with a little acetone. Now guys, if you run acetone along the edge of your tip, you can actually melt it essentially into your nail, and that'll help create a seamless blend. So Heather, if you want to avoid over buffing that area, that's a handy little tip. Now it is a lot easier with a Q-tip, but unfortunately I don't have any on me right now, so boom, we're fixed, friends. All right, let me get this acetone off my desk because it stresses me out having an open bottle of acetone because accidents, you know? All right, where were we? Let's start this rodeo over. Heather, if you take acetone on a Q-tip, it's a little bit easier, and just rub it along that line where the tip meets the nail. You can blend it, and that might help you so that you don't buff too much and get on the natural nail. Courtney, all you missed is me starting this manicure realizing that my tip of my thumb was not there. And adding a tip. And now we're going to get into the manicure. So we're going to do the rose quartz look. Like I said, friends, we're doing this different than our normal application method. So we're just going to go in with our base. Brittany, like I said, go in with some acetone on a Q-tip, and then it'll get right in the corners, and then that'll help it blend in. All right, friends, so with the rose quartz method, we need a swatch. We're gonna use that to create the little quartzy lines, and then we're gonna scoop on some sheer pink over top. No, Crystal, that's heartbreaking. I'm so sorry. That is why I don't do that. So, all right, friends, so we are gonna go in, and we're just gonna apply base to the entire nail. Like so. And then we're gonna scoop a little bit of our white powder out. And the thing that I learned is it's better to just like lightly tap the edge. So kind of like so. Okay. So dump it off, and then we're gonna go in with our sheer pink. Now, when I did this initially, it didn't all stick on the first dip. That's okay. It's all gonna turn out. This is a trust the process mani, okay, friends? So you can see that looks bad, but it gets better. So, yeah, Phelan, 1 second here. We're doing a rose quartz manicure tonight. So it's a little different than we normally do. All right, so we're gonna let that set. So guys, when I did this on my non-dominant hand, this is what it looked like on every finger on the first dip. It didn't look great, but then it turned out really well at the end. So again, we're gonna trust the process. I almost gave up. So just a tip for you guys, if you're gonna try this look, I almost gave up. I was like, no, this is not it. It doesn't look as good as Sip and Dip's manicure does. But it worked out. I mean, could it be better? Absolutely. But we're gonna stick with it. So thank you, Phelan. I appreciate that. All right, Dana, don't be too long. All right, so we're gonna go in again. We're gonna apply to the entire nail. Now, it may help to apply your base coat a little bit thicker than you normally would, just to help delay the dry time a little bit. So we're gonna start in the middle of the nail. We're gonna push back. Get it all on there. And then we are gonna scoop a little bit of that white powder. And again, we're just gonna kind of randomly, lightly tap this everywhere. This is so much easier on this hand, oh my gosh. Okay, tap, tap, tap it off, grab your sheer pink, and we are gonna shovel it on. And then we're gonna clean out the cuticles with a toothpick. And again, friends, it doesn't look good. I know this, but we're gonna keep going. We're gonna trust the process. Ah, Kristen, yeah, I can't register the live events anymore, so I don't know if maybe that's why, but. All right, so let's keep this party rolling. Debbie, you know what? Just give yourself a little grace on your first finger, but I promise it's not too bad. And because it's okay for it to be a little bit messy, you can only mess it up so bad on your non-dominant hand is what I learned today. So it's worth giving a try. All right, so going in again, we are going to apply to the entire nail. Scoop up our white powder. And then we're gonna just, again, randomly put some little lines of white everywhere. Like so. Tap, tap off that excess white, go in with our sheer pink, and shovel it on. I call this the shovel technique. You know what, Debbie, I tried marbling one time when I first started dipping, and to be completely honest with you, I haven't really done it since. So, you know, it happens. Okay, so ring finger time. Sierra, thank you for hitting that share button. I so appreciate it. If anybody else feels like clicking that share button, I'd also really appreciate it. All right. In with our first dip on the ring finger, starting in the middle of the nail, pushing back. This is going to help avoid putting too much liquid up in that cuticle area, and we're going to apply the dip powder to the entire nail. Getting our little trusty swatch scooperoo. Let's start here. Oh, that one got crazy. And off. Whoop. And shovel time. Sierra, I'm using West Coast dip liquids tonight, and then the powders that I've got here are the sheer pink is Erica by Revel Nail, and the white is Porcelain by West Coast Dips. It's Kale. We're doing a rose quartz design on dip powder tonight. Now, guys, there is a way that you can do this with the gel liners as well, which I think I'm gonna show you guys a different time. Because I found it a little bit easier, but I wanted to do this with dip powder because, number one, we're a dip powder account. We love our dip powder. So I always hate, you know, you want to learn how to do looks, but you don't have all the stuff. So for those of you that don't have gel and you just have dip powders, we're going to go through this method first, and then I'll definitely show you guys how I've done it before using gel liners. It's a little bit easier. All right, so again, going over the entire nail. Scooping our white. Come on, get off of there. Get off. Oh, there we go, you're coming. Oh, that got a little crazy. Okay, and then back to the sheer powder. Clean out anything in the cuticles. All right, you guys ready to see why this is a trust the process, Manny? That's why. This doesn't look good right now. I know this. But it's gonna get better. We just have to trust the process. Say it with me. Trust the process. Oh, Mom, well, you have a good night. Thank you for joining, at least for a little while. All right, so now that we've got those, we are going to take our toothbrush and we're gonna brush off all the excess powder. Again, we're gonna see how like poor this looks at the moment. And that's okay. Right? So this is where we are. It's not good. It's not good. But this is where it starts to get a little bit better. So on the second layer, we're going to try to dip the white lines kind of roughly where we've already put some, and then also maybe a couple in some areas that we haven't touched yet. This, as Chelsea said in her tutorial, sip and dip, for those of you who want to check out her stuff. That was her recommendation. So by layering the white like that, you give a little bit of dimension to the nail. It looks a little bit nicer, a little cooler, which we're all about. So let's get into it. Hello, Leslie. We're trying a sip and dip tutorial tonight. All right, let's move my nail over here because you guys can see it better. Okay, so again, friends, we are gonna go in, we're gonna do the exact same thing except putting those white lines kind of where we have already put them and maybe put them in a few new spots. So we're gonna apply our base liquid to the entire nail. Go in with our white. And again, I'm just gonna gently kind of go over the spots that I've already touched. And maybe add a new line over here. And then shovel on the pink. Ooh! It's sprayed everywhere. Ah! See? We're looking better, friends. I told you. I told you. We just gotta trust the process. I'm gonna say that a lot on this live. Rebecca, you deserve it. Yeah, Chelsea is amazing. I 100% agree, Leslie. So when I saw her post this inspo, I was like, I'm doing it. I'm trying it. All right. Let's go to finger number 2. So again, we're going all over the nail. Scooping our white. Going in the similar areas that we already have. And, you know, adding on where we want to for good measure. And then scooping on our shear. And clean out your cuticle area with a toothpick. Oh, Kalisha, that's a great idea too. Phelan, you know, that was by far the weirdest comment I've ever gotten, and the fact that it was meant as a compliment was so strange. I really didn't know how to react. Like, I feel like there was words I want to say that weren't really like super TikTok appropriate, which is why I didn't say anything. My face just kind of let it all loose, which obviously you guys caught on to. But you know, it was good for a laugh, so. Jay, they basically told me that I was so pretty that they would let me pre-chew their food for them. Which is super gross. But yeah, I guess. Oh, we're coming back. 1 second, friends. There it is. Okay. Yeah, it was super weird. So romantic. All right, let's get into the dip again on our middle finger. It was hysterical for sure. I laughed so hard. I was so happy I found the clip afterwards to repost. All right, working quickly here, trying to. Yeah, exactly, Debbie. That's definitely a baby bird thing to do, but yeah, I am not sure. That was, it definitely took me off guard. I had no idea how to respond. All right, you guys can see, so we're going in again. It's now got a little weird. Whatever. We're just gonna roll with it. Okay. Oh, toothpick. Okay. Okay, okay. Last finger, and then we are all done with this technique. Then we're gonna add a million more layers to our nails. All right. There we go. Okay. Now let's cap these up so that we do not get any spillage. Actually, that's a lie. We're going to be using Erica again. I shouldn't have capped that one. But we are all done with our white. So I will let that simmer for just a second. So here's where we are at now, friends. So we're looking better, but we're not quite there yet. So we're going to go in and brush everything off. And now we're gonna do 2 more full dips, which is a little excessive. Yes, it got bulky. Yes, we're gonna have to do a little bit of filing, but this is how we made this look happen, okay? I'm learning. Okay, so we're gonna take Erica. So this time we're gonna do a full dip of Erica. Once we're done this, we're gonna do clear just so that we don't like buff out too much of the design, and then we'll be good to go. Oh no, Mel, that's so disheartening. See, that's the thing. That's why I always get stressed doing these lives, because I get talking to you guys, paying attention to the chat, and then I'm so worried I'm going to mess up. So I always try to like not keep anything open just for that reason. All right, so let's go in with a full dip of Erica. Definitely keep your layers as thin as possible so that you don't bulk up the nail too much with all these layers that we're putting on. So, oh, Mel, thank goodness for brush cleaner. That's for sure. All right, so let's apply Erica to the entire nail. I'm going to cap the edges on this dip as well because you guys have probably noticed we have not done that yet. And into the Erica we go. Get our trusty toothpick. And there we go. And same thing. I mean, it is a pretty easy peasy design. It's just, yeah, I mean, pretty things are always worth working for, I guess. There we go. Ooh, get out of there. There we go. Oh, we got some shaping to do. Okay. We are trucking along. Oh, that light is making me sweat. Ugh, I feel nasty. Okay. All right, so now that we've done all of our sheer pink, we're gonna put Erica away. She's done great. We're getting there. We're getting there. Whew. All right. Just letting that dry for a second, and then we will brush off all the excess powder. We're gonna go in with a clear coat, and then we're gonna activate, and we are gonna buff. Now, because we did quite a few full layers, it's obviously a little bulky by the cuticle area, so I am gonna use my e-file tonight because it's a little bit easier and faster, and then we'll go in and use our normal hand file buffer method. All right, so let's brush off all that excess powder. And then we're gonna go in with our clear. I'm using Vivian by Rebel Nail. And we're gonna do a really quick dip. You guys can see there, perfect. All right. You know, for how many full layers we did, it's actually not like terribly bulky. It's just a few areas that we're gonna have to kind of, you know, smooth down a little bit because it's a little crazy. A little crazier than we usually do. We are motoring. We're quiet tonight. I keep looking up in the chat. I guess we're all as fixated on watching this come together. Robin, yes, we do use activators. So once I do my final dip, I'll activate everything so it hardens and cures, and then we'll go in with a buff. Sharon, yeah, absolutely you could. Now, to get the, like, quartz effect with the white, you're probably going to want to use a sheer color, but any sheer powder will work. Do the tips soak off easily? Yes, I have absolutely no problem soaking these off. They come off really easily. I love those tips. I was a big fan of Kiss tips. I used those for a long time, but those have fully converted me. They're these ones here. They're just on Amazon. I do have them linked in my storefront. I don't know the exact brand name to tell you, so it's just easier if you go to the link on these ones. But yeah, they're fantastic. Yeah, Marissa, I think so, because they kind of spread out a little bit, but that's okay. Dips that don't trigger dip flu. So your best option would be a low odor dip liquid set. So the only one that I've tried that's specifically low odor is the Sparkle & Co. Those are available on Amazon. I also have them linked there. The only thing with those is just know that they do go on very thin. So if you're used to the strength that traditional dip liquids add, those liquids tend to be a little bit thinner, so you might need to add some extra layers just to like beef up the nails a little bit and give it that strength. Yeah, Mel, if you, as soon as you click on the link, it'll give me credit for it if you want to do that, which I so appreciate, so thank you. But yeah, as soon as you click over and add it, it should give me some points, you know? Thank you very much, though. I do appreciate it. Do I use the YN nail glue? Yes, I do use the YN brush-on glue. They are delicate. Thank you, Anna. I love them. But they do kind of look like little clouds. Whoever said that, you are correct. All right. Now we're going to go in and we are going to be very generous with our activator. And then we're going to buff these babies out. Now, because these are a little thicker, I'm going to go in with just a second coat of the activator and to make sure that they are fully cured. And they are bulky. Yeeks. And a yes, that would be fantastic. I'll need to pick up a sheer blue, I think. Alright, so we're going to let those cure, then we're going to go in. I'm actually going to use my e-file tonight, friends. So for those of you who ask me every week, how come I don't use an e-file? I do. I just usually prefer to hand file. But because there's some extra bulk around the cuticle area, it's going to be way easier to do this with an e-file. If you don't have an e-file, though, a curved file is your best friend. A curved file makes it a lot easier to like get in and around that cuticle area. So highly recommend this if you don't have an e-file. Melva's, I use the Young Nails brush on glue for my tips. Okay, I need some water. It is, it's hot. It's very hot. This light is like making me sweat. I can like feel it on my back. It's gross. Okay, now we're done talking about my sweat. I think we're good. If you can hear the tap, you know we're ready to buff. I do need a fan. Okay, so I'm just using the sanding band on my e-file. Get that going forward. All right, so then we're just gonna gently go around in that cuticle area and just blend everything down. And then just to get some bulk off the sides, I just like to, sorry guys, I'm trying to make sure that you can see. Okay. Ooh, Allie, that's a good point. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe if I don't wear a big knitted sweater, that would be the answer. I think that might be easier and probably why I'm sweating like crazy right now. But it was snowing today, so, you know, had to do what I had to do. You guys can still see there. Oh my gosh, Allie, I hope you haven't lost any dip patterns in the process. That would be so heartbreaking. Do-do-do. Fair enough. All right, Debbie, thank you so much for joining. Enjoy your supper. I think we're getting in there. I think we're good shape, friends. All right, I'm gonna switch over to my hand file now. Oh, there's a little bit of a little hump we don't want. Perfect. All right, let's switch over to the hand file. So we are just going to, that light is crazy. I wonder if I move. Is that better? That's better, right? How's that? Okay. All right, so we're just going in with our hand file to get rid of some of that bulk. And then we're also going to sharpen up the edges. We've already done a lot of our shaping before we actually put the dip on. So all we're doing is just making sure the edges are nice and sharp and pretty. Okay. Sometimes it's easier if I put my finger down like this. These are a 180 grit file, okay? We're in good shape, friends. All right. I think we are just about good. I'm gonna clean up the underneath. Oh, baby. All right, let me get it up close with my shape because it's a little easier to see from this angle because I'm a little blind. Oh, man. Okay, okay. And then a quick buff, and we're ready to activate, and we're ready to top coat, and then we're all done. I know, Kay. It feels like an ASMR tonight because it's so quiet in the chat. Potato the Siberian Kitty, thank you for the likes. I appreciate it. Carly, the sheer pink I used is by Rebel Nail. It's their color Erica. Now, guys, you can, for all the products that I use, if you go over to my TikTok profile, click the link and scroll down, you can actually shop the look. You'll see a picture of this manicure, and then you can see all the products that I got off of Amazon. You'll be able to get them there. That's true, Brianna. I appreciate it. It is a nice time to just be in your own zone and care about nothing except your nails, you know? All right, let me do my up close, see if we got any imperfections. It's a little bulky on this section. I would like to thin that out. All right. I'm pleased with that. What do we think, friends? I think we're good. Okay, let's get all the dust out. And then, Kristen, I think you should do a rose quartz mani. Thank you, Kay. I appreciate that. It's like a weird... no, I think it'll be good. I think we're in good shape. Okay, so now we are going to activate. We're going to wipe the excess off with a lint-free wipe, and then we're going to go in with our top coat. So let me find my activator here. I think you should, Kristen. All right, so we're going to apply our second coat of activator. You can start to see that rose quartz / cloud look coming through. So the reason that I really wanted to do this is I was in need of a bit of a palette cleanser. I feel like I always do crazy nails, and every once in a while I just want something that's like the same on every finger, just really simple and chic, and this is it. I'm in love with it. So highly recommend you guys try. All right, so I'm just wiping off the excess activator, and then I'm gonna go in with my top coat. Now, to get a good top coat finish, the first thing we wanna do is not wait too long, because you need that activator to cure your top coat. So we are going to go in and we're going to do 3 very quick strokes, limiting the contact time with the brush. And then we're going to go in right away with our second layer. This time we're going to be a lot more precise, and we're also going to cap the edges. Make sure you cap your edges if you get chips, okay? Promise me that. So we're going to go in. We're going to do a little bit better of a job this time, just making sure that we get top coat everywhere for a nice shiny finish. And then we're just going to lightly run that brush over the edge, and that's how we cap the edges. Doo-doo-doo. Last finger. All right. That's it, we're done. Whew. That feels good. Thank you, Hallie. Ooh, Erica and Bubbly Kristen is like one of my all-time favorite combinations. I also love a full peppy manicure, which is like kind of the same thing as Erica and Bubbly, but like just mixed into one. But yeah, a sheer pink with like a little shimmer. Love it. Kayla, we used Erica's Revel Nail by Erica is the sheer pink. I used Porcelain by West Coast Dips for the white, but any white powder is gonna work, and then Encapsulated with Vivian by Revel Nail. Thank you, Allie. Thanks, Brianna. Thank you, Kristen. I appreciate it. I told you guys, it was a trust the process, Betty. It looked like heck on that first dip. I know it did. But we stuck with it and it paid off. So if you guys do try this look, trust me, again, I was like ready after the first dip on this hand to be like, oh no, we're not doing this. But then I stuck with it and it turned out okay. I got this inspiration from Chelsea, aka Sip and Dip. She's amazing. She creates great nail content. She definitely, hers look amazing, okay? Do mine look as amazing as hers? No, but I'm happy with it. So hopefully you guys give this a try, and like I said, if it doesn't look quite right on that first dip or so, don't worry about it, just keep rolling with it, and then it seems to come together at the end. Now the only thing that I did different than her was, I believe she just does the 2 coats with the marbling, and then she goes in with her clear powder. I actually added a layer of Erica over top just to like tone down those top layers of white. I don't believe she did that. Maybe she did. I can't remember. But if she didn't, that's what I did. But yeah, she's fabulous. So definitely go check out her stuff. She has amazing, amazing nail content. Okay, Jay, I'll take it. I'll take it. My husband's right here. I could ask him. I don't think you would mind. Oh, no, he's in the chat. Oh, amazing. That's great. I appreciate that. See, this is my favorite part. I feel like you guys share my sense of humor, and I so appreciate that. I'm glad we could laugh at that weird comment together. But Jay, you win this evening. I feel like someone's going to come in at the wrong time, not look at the chat, and see me telling you that I would love to shave your legs for you, and they're going to take it all wrong, and they're going to be like, what kind of TikTok channel did I just land on? Yes, Jay. That's funny. Well, friends, this has been fun. Thank you guys for joining me. It definitely had a little more ASMR vibes tonight. We were a little bit quieter, but that's okay. That's okay. We were enjoying ourselves. It was a little bit harder for me to like chit chat and do this one. Took a little more concentration, obviously, but yeah. So next steps. So number 1, in case you guys didn't realize yet, I'm not able to register for the live event and then jump on live doing this new setup. So what I am doing instead is actually emailing out reminders of when we go live. So if you would like to be reminded when we go live, go over to my TikTok profile, click the link. There's a place you can put your email in, and I will send a 1-hour reminder before we go live. The other thing that's going on is I'm actually uploading all of these replays to YouTube. So if you miss anything or you want to go back as a reference to see how I did something or answered a question, it's going to be on YouTube. So I will email out those replays to you guys as well. So again, just to get on that email list, just go over to my TikTok profile, click the link, put your email in, and then I will send all that over to you guys. What else? I think that's about it. So Jay, definitely do. And then send me a photo, because I love when you guys send me your nail photos. So DM me, email me, whatever. I would love to see it. Hello, Jody. It's good to see you. Jordan, how do I use chrome powder? So you'll need to use gel polish with that. I do actually have a tutorial for how to chrome over on my TikTok profile. So if you go over to, I think it's the tutorials for nail art. So if you go through my playlist, there's a tutorials for like nail art. Click on that, and then there's a chrome tutorial on how to chrome over dip powder there, and that'll walk you through step by step. So hopefully that'll help. Oh, I got a weird, there we go. Ah, my face is back. Sorry guys, I didn't realize that that warning was there. All right, friends. Well, you're welcome, Jordan. I hope that helps. So I guess, well, there's a look together. So I will be posting my non-dominant hand clip of doing this manicure tomorrow. That was an experience, like I said. I don't know if it was quite as cute as me going to do my manicure tonight, not realizing that I didn't have a tip on my thumb, but you know, whatever. But yeah, I will have that up tomorrow. Like I said, the replay of tonight will be up tomorrow on YouTube. Jody, thank you for sending the likes. I appreciate it. And yeah, so I guess I will see everybody next Wednesday. We'll be here 5:30 p.m. EST. If you guys have any particular nail looks for spring that you would like to see, let me know. I am always appreciative of any suggestions, so you can either DM me, you can comment on one of my videos, send me an email, whichever. Like I said, if you've got anything in particular you'd like to see, please let me know. Because usually my Wednesday mornings are a bit of a panic where I'm like, oh God, what am I going to do? Except for this week because I was so jazzed up to try these rose quartz nails, but generally I'm in a panic. So any recommendations you guys have, I would so appreciate. Anywho, all right, Jay. Well, I feel like you might have to shave your own legs this evening. But thank you for the offer. I so appreciate it. Thank you guys again for joining. Thank you for everybody who was in the comments, answering questions. Your help is so appreciated. So definitely love that you guys are willing to share knowledge so that we can all be better at DIY nails together. That is awesome. So anywho, I am off for the night. I will see everybody next Wednesday, 5:30 p.m. EST. I hope you guys have an amazing evening. I hope you have a great rest of your week. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you next Wednesday.